are heading out on a little discount shopping excursion to Gerrard Square, which is just east of Chinatown East. If you live in the downtown core of Toronto, you basically have two discount shopping centers that are nearby. You have Dufferin Mall if you live on the west side, and if you live on the east side of downtown, most people usually go to Gerrard Square. Both of those shopping centers have a Walmart. So if you want to get something like a bath mat, you don't want to pay an exorbitant price, you head to Walmart or one of those other discount stores. And Gerrard Square is one of the places that has it. We are heading to Gerrard Square to just look around and check out the mall. Now this place used to be what you would call a ghetto mall because it was pretty run down, but a few years ago they actually spent some money, did some renovations, fixed it up, and now it's a pretty decent mall. It's in good shape, it's well maintained, and it's got a variety of stores. There's not a whole lot of selection here, but it's got a variety of mid-priced and low-priced stores. Like the Food Basics there probably is one of the cheapest food stores in Toronto. Now this is a little bit wonky, the filming I'm talking about, and that's because I was trying to be a little discreet. I didn't want to get busted by the security guards, so I'm holding the camera down at my side and not really holding it up where I should. You gotta watch out for security guards whenever you're filming in Toronto. This here is the food court. It's not a bad food court. It's got mostly corporate things like corporate restaurants like Subway. When I come here, I usually go for the Chinese food option because Chinese food is my thing. Although my Chinese friends usually call it Canadian Chinese food, since I like things like sweet and sour spare ribs, and supposedly in China people don't eat that kind of stuff. But anyways, this is the food court. It's basic, but it's got a couple of, decent choices. It's nice and clean and well maintained, so it's not bad considering this is a discount mall. You will frequently see people just hanging out in the mall to socialize and not actually to eat in the food court there. This is in a mostly Chinese neighborhood. Well, it's near Chinatown East, right? There's a large Asian population there, and a lot of them come out to just socialize, hang out, and just chill in the mall. But it's usually not very crowded. You can always find a table or somewhere to sit. A lot of elderly people, as you can see. It's not a big mall. It's a fairly small mall, 2 stories there. Now we're heading into the hardware store. Prices here are not cheap. As a matter of fact, whenever I'm going to buy hardware, I check upstairs at the Dollar Plus store because they also have a hardware section. You can usually get much better prices at the dollar store. But obviously there's lots of things that you can't buy at the dollar store, so you got to come here. They have a good range of appliances and tools and all kinds of hardware things that you would need. They also have a good supply of things for DIY projects, art projects and things like that, which I come here a lot for. One thing I like about this store is that they actually have wood and they cut it to any size you want. So you can get, I come here whenever I want to try to build shelves or, something out of wood. Because a lot of hardware stores, especially in the downtown core, they don't sell wood, right? Wood takes up a lot of space. So the smaller downtown hardware stores don't sell that kind of stuff. The thing about this store is that they have so much stuff here, it's hard to find what you need. But the good thing is that they have a lot of people working there to help you. The bad thing is they're usually helping somebody, so you gotta wait sometimes because it's a very busy store. So there's always good and bad. But I always look around and just see what kind of interesting little things they have that I can use in different kind of projects. Found all kinds of good stuff. Also things like shellac, like if I'm making some kind of project, I want to cover it with shellac if I'm painting something. So I've had good luck finding different kinds of, you know, coatings for shellac and doing paintings and stuff like that, artsy-fartsy projects. As large as this store is, there are still some items that I was looking for and they did not have it. So they don't have everything, but they do have a really large supply of things, as you can see. Like if you look at the lights there, they got a whole lot of lights. And I guess the prices are kind of mid-range for a hardware store. Hardware stores usually, they all charge about the same price, I've noticed. If you go to Canadian Tire, or if you go here, you're gonna usually pay about the same price, which is a fairly high price. You don't get too many discounts at these kind of stores, and there's not much on sale here usually. If you want cheap, this is where you go, Walmart. Now the thing about this Walmart is they have a good supply of things, but it's not all that big. It's not as big as the one at Dufferin Mall. The one at Dufferin Mall is at least double the size. It's got an upstairs and a downstairs. This is just one floor, and they don't have like a frozen food section. They don't have much food. They mostly have like processed food or like canned tuna and things like that, chips, popcorn, junk food. But they don't have any produce. They don't have any like frozen meats or fresh meat. So you're limited when it comes to food. And the clothing section is fairly small. But the good thing about the clothing section is that they have sales here. And usually if you come every couple of months, they'll get rid of the old season of clothes and you can get clothes for a really good price. Last year they had army pants, like those ones right there, and they were selling them for $11 each. So I bought a couple of pairs, and also matching shirts, which I also bought, $11. So that's a really good deal, and it was really good quality, thick cotton, very nice style. So you can come here and you can get some good deals. That's what I usually do. I'll come here, I'll check out in the back of the store is where they have the men's discount area. So you check out and see what's on sale here. And of course they have all the basics for socks and underwear and t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good place to come just to get general, fairly low prices. You get a t-shirt for $10. Here's the electronics department, which I usually like to check out just to see what's on sale, if there's anything going on here. They don't have a lot of items that I look for, but they do have a lot of TVs. I don't need a TV, but if you need a TV, Walmart's got a whole bunch of them. I haven't bought much camera equipment here either. I usually go to the major camera stores when I need a new camera. I haven't bought too much at Walmart, but it's always good to check out because they have name brand items. So if you can get it there for a discount, why not? The warranty is the same no matter where you buy it. So Walmart's also good for arts and crafts. If you want to do DIY projects, they have a pretty good selection. Now, of course, the price is higher than Dollarama. At Dollarama, you can get art supplies for a really good price, but Dollarama does not have the same things that Walmart has. A lot of the times I'm looking for specific things, and I can't find them at a Dollarama, and sometimes you check out Walmart, and there's the DIY section, the arts and crafts section. Walmart's also a good place to go if you need like a new toaster or coffee pot, things like that. That's what I find they have the best prices on. Kitchen gadgets and things like that. Bedding. Oh, also drugs. If you go to get vitamins or aspirins or things like that, Walmart usually has really good prices on that. Okay, so we're done with Walmart. There's Payless, gone out of business, but they have a new store that opened there. It's a Canadian store, and they copied the exact same design, the exact same items, the exact same prices as Payless. But it's a brand new store. There's only 3 of them in Toronto, they told me. But they have the same size, same large size shoes, which is good for me because I have big feet. So now we're heading upstairs to the 2nd floor. There's another store up here that I frequent, and that's the Dollar Plus store. They have really good selection of items. They have an extensive arts and crafts section, which I frequently check out and buy a whole lot of stuff. Absolute Dollar. We'll check that out later. I go into there later. There's some discount clothing stores up here. There's a bedding store, and they have pretty good deals on the clothing. I've seen where they've had t-shirts and sweaters for $5 to $10. Straight ahead there at the clothing stores. They always have things on sale there. Pretty basic stuff, you know. And of course the quality is not top rate, but what do you expect for $5 or $10, right? Just a shirt to wear. There it says 80% off it. Yeah, 50 to 80% off. So they always have sales there. They have a lot of Canadian gear, things like that. $99 for suits. But if you head down here, you're going to come to Winners. Winners always has, you know, things on sale. You can get some pretty good deals at Winners once in a while. Things are marked down. The longer it sits in the store, the lower they mark down the price. So things that nobody wants, you can get for a really good price. Back of the store here, they have the discount section, so you can get all kinds of little sculptures and decorative items marked down for really good prices, especially if it's defective in some way. You get it for a really cheap price, and if you're handy with arts and crafts, you can fix it up really easy. The shoes also, sometimes you get shoes here for a really good price, and clothing too. Sometimes they have really good markdowns on clothes on the other side of the store there. So I just checked out the shoes. There was nothing on sale, so I headed out. Wasn't very crowded this afternoon when I was there. It's not a whole lot upstairs there. Be advised that this video was taped in the summer of 2019, before COVID-19 virus came around. So that's why there are people who are not distancing themselves. I would imagine a lot of the stores here are going to be closed right now because there's a ban on stores, I think, and only stores that are necessities are going to be open. So possibly the dollar store, probably Walmart, and possibly, well, definitely the food store, Food Basics, and possibly the hardware store, because they sell batteries and things that people might need during the epidemic. So just be advised that all these stores might not be open, but some of them probably will, so check ahead. This was filmed in the summer of 2019. Yes, I'm the slacker. I just got around to posting it now. Okay, now we are heading into one of my favorite little dollar stores. They actually have a pretty good selection, pretty good hardware selection, pretty good arts and crafts selection, and lots of stuff that you didn't know you needed. But once you get there, you realize, yeah, I can use that. That's what happens to me. I go there planning to buy one or two things, and then I end up coming out with spending $50 that I had not intended to spend. You want Canadian souvenirs? They got it. Good for arts and crafts too, decorative items. Lots of kitchen gadgets that you always need. You never use, but they line your kitchen shelves and cupboards. So that's basically most, like, the main stores in the mall. You got the Walmart, you got the, what is it, Home Depot, you have the Dollar Plus store there, and Food Basics. Those are the major stores that I go to anyway. There's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a number of smaller stores in there. I don't go to them very often. And that new shoe store that opened, I'll probably check that out every once in a while. This is a good place to come if you just want to, like, check around and see what's on sale. Usually a lot of times when I come here, I'm not even planning to buy anything. I'm just checking, walking around, seeing what's on sale, if there's anything interesting for a good price. Food Basics always has really good deals, so you always find something in there to buy. Cheese for $4, a big 450 gram cheese. They usually have it there for $4. Okay, that's basically the end of this discount shopping tour of Gerrard Square. No longer a ghetto mall, just a discount mall. To get here, you would hop on the Carleton College streetcar from College subway station on Yonge Street, and then it goes along College, and then it turns up Gerrard. It goes along Gerrard Street East. And like I said before, this is just after you go through Chinatown East. Once you go under the little underpass, the rail underpass, you're there. And another good thing is, on the corner there, you got a Tim Hortons. So if you're dying for a nice cappuccino on a hot day, or if you just need a coffee, you got Tim Hortons on the corner there. And it's usually not too crowded. Most of the time that I stop in there, I can find a place to sit. This is located on the east side, Toronto's east end, close to Leslieville, and not too far from the Danforth. As a matter of fact, you can hop on the subway and get off at Pape subway station and just take the Pape bus south, and it's probably like a 10, maybe 15-minute bus ride south of the Danforth, the subway station. Here we are, Tim Hortons. You can't enter it in the mall, you can only enter it from the street, right on Gerrard Street East. And if you go down in that direction there, you get to Gerrard India Bazaar, which is Toronto's Little India. So you're right in the middle of two major ethnic neighborhoods, Chinatown East and Gerrard India Bazaar. Okay, that's the end of the tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye for now.